So it was really cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back. Coach Unfiltered. I'm Coach Art with Mr. Ryan, Mr. Danny. Whoa, so much stuff to unpack. Mr. Ryan, what did you see this past weekend of fantastic soccer?
I saw a lot of things,
Go ahead.
like Germany beating Curacao 7-1.
Uh-huh.
That was not exactly a repeat, but like 2014.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we're having flashbacks there. Spain and Cabo Verde tying. They were 0-0 the entire game, which shocked everyone because everyone thought Spain was just going to win.
Right.
Let me think. I mean, oh yeah, and then Netherlands-Japan also tying. Like, that was a very interesting game.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What did you get to see this weekend?
Saw a lot of games.
Right?
I mean, I watched every single one. So
Same.
I watched them all from, what was it, Qatar and Switzerland?
So, good point there. Qatar, Switzerland, right? You got two teams. It shouldn't have been anything. And we've seen that a lot now through the tournament. Those games that people have said shouldn't have been a thing.
Yeah.
Sweden comes in and said, oh, Switzerland, I'm sorry, comes in and they're supposed to just spank Qatar. They hold them off and then score their first ever World Cup goal. So for Qatar, boom,
Oh,
Huge
yeah.
win.
huge win, right? Even if they lose, they're like, first goal ever. That
You could
kid-
see it in the celebration.
Exactly. It was like, but you just, and they only tied. So that changes everything on that. One thing I want to talk about, because it's Coach and I'm here to gloat. Brazil, Morocco.
That was depressing. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting more from the Brazil team,
Okay.
and just
I
I
mean,
was kind of disappointed.
You said Morocco was going to win, though.
Right.
We had Vinny Jr.
And
He tied it up.
tied it.
Yeah.
Tied
Yeah,
it.
but Morocco didn't
You-
win. That's all that
Morocco
matters.
didn't win.
That's all that matters. Morocco,
Morocco
didn't win.
didn't
Neither
win.
did Brazil. This expected 3-0 win or whatever it was supposed to be. They held the Brazilian Giants to a standstill. Like it or not, North African soccer has arrived. These people, these nations are now putting big money into the sport. The King of Morocco invested well over $1 billion into the program.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it shows, right? What started off as a kind of, hey, let's just block them and don't let them do anything,
Yeah.
is now a team that comes at you 100 miles an hour. It's interesting to see. But that was my take on it, was thinking, I'm sure they could win. It's going to be a tight squeeze. A 1-1 tie, I'm like, whoa. That has changed a lot of things
Yeah.
in the world of football,
What a goal by both sides, too.
right?
Yeah.
So, y'all like that goal by Vinicius?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That
was
cut into
amazing.
the box, just kind of swing across.
Right,
He
right.
took on like 3 defenders from like the back of the box, dude, and then brought it forward and then shot. Like, yeah.
And I
That was
like
very-
it
that was
because to me,
amazing.
I'm like, that's the man carrying that team.
Yeah.
Right? That's the perfect one. But of course, and it wasn't for any other thing other than the technical aspect, that through ball to the Moroccan forward into space between two defenders, and he manages to step in, chips the keeper. What are your thoughts on that? Those are gorgeous for me.
I mean, you've got two world-class defenders, one who just won a Premier League title, and you're thinking, oh, he's right there. Allison, all he had to do was just wait for them to come to him. Instead, they're at the top of the box. He decides to come out, and they tried to swarm him. As a result, he got chipped. He had no reason to come out. He had two defenders right next to him. He should have let them take care of it and just try to fall out with that.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I agree with Danny's point, but I really liked that goal. It was really nice.
It was.
the goal's nice, but that goal right there, that Moroccan goal, oh my
That was
gosh.
amazing.
Gorgeous. So that's what the world of soccer, football is all about. It's those matches may not be the most exciting, right? They might end up being boring, and you're like, why am I watching this? But if you're understanding the tactics and what they're working,
Yeah.
it's crazy, right? Trying to build up to one goal. Now I've heard the FIFA Federation thinking we need more goals, kind of like they do with cricket.
Yeah.
Then we need to compact it. We need more goals in soccer. You know what? Like it or not, if you love the sport and you know it, this is the best part.
Yeah.
But that's me. Haiti, Scotland. Not much of a match,
Yeah.
right?
Scotland took the 1-0. Got their first ever goal in 28 years.
28 years of not being around. Scotland takes the goal. The return of the Tartan Army. Do you know why they call them the Tartan Army?
No.
Any idea why they call them the Tartan Army?
Not really, no.
No?
No.
No? So Scotland is called the Tartan Army because of the pattern on their kilts. You know, the men traditionally
Yeah.
wear kilts, which is a skirt.
Yeah.
It's just their thing. The pattern is this crisscross pattern. That's called tartan. And they love to wear these kilts with a little tiny, like a man purse in the front. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That I thought that was a decoration. This is actually called a sporran, spelled S-P-O-R-R-A-N, so sporan. But if you have a Scottish accent, it's a sporran. And this is literally a purse. Just a purse. So, because you have no pockets on the kilt.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, but that's the Tartan Army wearing their kilts and parading around.
Yeah.
All right. You know one other fact about wearing a kilt?
What?
If you're a traditional Scotsman, you don't wear anything under the kilt.
Oh.
Did not need to know that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, can you
Yeah.
imagine the possibilities here?
No, I don't want to.
No.
I don't want to.
He's traumatized.
I really am.
I still do it to this day. If I see one, I'm always kind of ready for this. Just,
Yeah.
okay. But
Okay, at least we know how to protect ourselves from it now.
yes,
That's
yes,
upsetting.
yes.
I would have rather just found out the hard way.
Why?
Wow.
That would be more traumatizing.
Wow. So, Australia, Turkey. Moving on, right? Australia versus Turkey. Whoa.
Oh my god, dude.
The Socceroos. What happened to Turkey?
Turkey just.
They just got parked. They're like, they parked the airplane, not parked the bus, bro. Australia had their entire team in the box when they were attacking. I was like, how are they supposed to get through?
So why do you think they did that? Why do you think they parked?
I think they were just going for originally the 1-0, and then they were just going to kind of go for it and leave. And then they realized Turkey just wasn't there. They weren't playing at all. So then they kind of shifted and went more offensive, and they were like, okay, they're not going to do anything, so let's just take as many goals as we can. And they got the 2.
They hammered them.
Yeah.
Playing offensive in a 5-4-1 formation.
Yeah. Turkey just couldn't respond.
Oh yeah, dude. Turkey was just they were just passing the ball around, hoping they would make a mistake. There was just
That's all they could do.
yeah. They weren't taking any shots. They weren't dribbling. There was like, oh, I hope he moves out the way and I get through. You know, they weren't doing any of that.
So shout out on this match to Nestoria Racunda. That goal is worthy of him sitting beside Messi when he is crowned the greatest of all time. That was a goal. You play, running through a defender, around the world. Round the world. Does that even, who does that anymore after youth leagues? It's not as common.
It's not as common, but you'd be surprised how many.
At full speed, though, around the world pass, goes behind the defender and then receives it in front. That was gorgeous. And then a one-touch shot.
Yep.
No thinking about it. That is football right there. That's how it works. It's awesome.
We need more of that.
Oh, yeah.
We need more of that this World Cup, dude.
It was
And
cool
we
goal to
might.
see.
We're definitely going to see it, right?
Yeah.
We're only in the first stages. Big question of the day. Do you all know why Australia is known as the Socceroos?
No.
No.
That is their official name, the Socceroos.
I've always known of it, but I never knew like why.
So apparently, during the Vietnam era, they were doing a tour, and one of the reporters wanted something to distinguish them because the rugby leagues, there's 2 leagues, the rugby league and the rugby union, had 2 teams. One of them was known as the Wallabies, and one of them is the Kangaroos.
Okay.
And so they said, oh, well, all the roos, the jumping things in Australia are taken.
Yeah.
So we'll make them the Socceroos. Yeah. So they turned them into the Socceroos. Fast fact, in case you didn't know it.
Interesting.
Ladies are known as the Matildas. And you'd think, being Australian, that they might refer to them as the Sheilas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I could
Right,
see
right?
that.
Because that's a slang. But no, it's based on a bush ballad. So it's kind of their little sing-songy Australian type songs.
Yeah.
It's called Waltzing Matilda. And it's a song about, the waltzing means walking about.
Okay.
And Matilda is carrying your swag over your shoulder. So Waltzing Matilda, I was just roaming around like a hobo, and these things happened. That is their song. No, I am not calling Australian people hobos. But the translation of that is where it comes from. Waltzing Matilda. right? Carrying your swag over your shoulder on a walkabout.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing. So FYI, fast fact, in case you didn't know that, I'm here to educate you on things like that. We watched Germany Curacao 7-1 slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More of what people thought it should be like. And this, all right there brings me to the point. Germany Curacao 7-1. Netherlands ties Japan, or Japan ties Netherlands and is content.
That was a
They're
match.
like,
That was a really good match.
that was a
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Dude, especially I love how the Japanese players, although the Netherlands guys are so much taller, they would still try to cross it into the box and get the header, and they got it in the end.
And they got it.
That was very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that the Japanese players, the average height's maybe like 5'5", 5'6".
Yep.
And you're going up against Van Dijk, by the way, who's 6'4", and winning the header against him. That should say a lot about them.
Exactly, dude.
So, compact strength, right? Power and movement development in a short frame. Yeah. If you work it, you can outwork them. That's something there. So Germany, Netherlands, and Sweden. Sweden also thrashing of Tunisia, 5-1. My thought was that Germany, Netherlands, and Sweden are the highest technical teams I've seen so far.
Okay.
Sharp, by the numbers, quick. Netherlands is called Clockwork Orange because they work in that mechanical pump, total
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody replaces everybody, moves around. There is no set position if they don't want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I love about their style of football, and they're bringing it. So Africa's bringing this great gritty ball, and then you've got the European countries that are the highest technical, bringing this balance. So let's get to the one. Spain, Cabo Verde. Thoughts?
Okay, look, I thought Spain was going to win 10-0 just because they have literally Barcelona 2.0
Okay.
as their lineup right now. But I was but Cabo Verde's keeper, their defense and oh my God, that was like world-class performance, dude. That was amazing. But I was a bit disappointed that Spain didn't score anything. I was expecting at least one.
What did you think about it? Your thoughts?
So here's my thoughts on it, right? I feel like Spain underestimated Cabo Verde because
Very much.
De La Fuente should have started with his main starters from the very beginning and just taken the free points and gone.
Right.
Because this could have been a chance for them to take maybe 5 or 6 goals, like how Germany did to Curacao.
Right.
Instead, they put on, say, their B squad, took off Lamine, took off Nico Williams, Daniel, all of them. Subbed them in on the 70th minute, praying something would happen. Team couldn't put anything together. They tried, but Cabo Verde just kind of locked down. They had all 11 of them in the box defending heavy defense.
So two different games and two different levels of the game. When Lamine Yamal was actually brought in, and then Nico Williams and all these guys stepped on. Did you see a change in the rhythm?
I did, yeah.
There was a
I mean,
huge
What happened then?
within a few minutes, I saw Lamine. Every time he get it, obviously, yeah, he had 2-3 defenders on
my
him.
gosh, yes.
But he could split the defense between, and they got 2-3 chances in that time he got on there.
Okay.
And think about what would happen if he was subbed in maybe the half instead. He could have done a lot more. That's my thought on it.
Good point
Yeah,
on that.
dude, even if he should have started. If Lamine was playing that from the very beginning, they would have hammered down on Cabo Verde and absolutely just psychologically, if they would have kept on getting past and scoring,
I think
their
they were
defense would have
expecting an
fell
easier
apart.
match.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think they were expecting an easier match. I think Spanish coach
De La Fuente.
De La Fuente did not anticipate what Cabo Verde did. Now, here's the thing that you guys need to understand about the sport. Curacao and Tunisia did not come to low block. Low block means hanging out by the goal and locking it down, maybe building a wall. They didn't come here for that. They came to play.
Yeah.
And when you step out against Germany, a team that highly technical, to score on them, you're literally, as you described it, poking the bear.
Yeah.
Going, take that bear.
Yeah,
take that
pretty
bear.
much.
And what happens with that?
Well, I mean, it was tied 1-1, and then they had glory for maybe 15 minutes, and then Germany kind of woke up. I mean, the bear kind of just, what's going on? And they went, psh, smacked them around. That's basically what happened.
So Curacao came to play and went forward. Tunisia did the same thing against Sweden. So to your point, right, and to a lot of fans out there, if you're coming to play and you're willing to step into the lion's den or the bear's cave,
Yeah.
depending on where you want to go, you are risking more than just, I'm coming here to get the tie. Cabo came with a plan. They're going, you know what? We're going to train. How many defenders did they add in their substitutions? Like 3 CDMs for the
Yeah.
substitutions? 3
Wow.
CDMs, central defensive mids, to add to the defense.
They just kept going.
They did not care to score anymore. They cared to lock down so Lamine and Williams, nobody could score. That's all they cared about.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Different tactics. So, to your point, I feel like Spain should have scored more. Yes.
Yeah.
The tactics of the other team, though, come into play here. Curacao and Tunisia came to play. Cabo Verde came to tie or win. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
I actually
That
want
is-
to make
I mean-
a point on something.
Yeah.
Spain had 25 shots that entire game. 7 of them were on target, which obviously the keeper, he saved those.
Right.
The rest of them, where did they go? Oh, up there into the stands or over there on the
Yes,
side, this
yes.
and that.
Crossbar.
One point, right, you had Cucarea. He gets down on the line, crosses in the box. Should have been easy finish for Ferran Torres.
Boom.
Oh
Hits
my
the
God.
crossbar.
That's the crossbar.
He had
That
a
was-
tap in, just
Yeah.
hit it, literally put his foot there.
Mhm.
He did the same thing twice. What does that say about Spain's offense?
Well, what does it do when you can't score? What do you think the team is feeling at that point? When you can't score and they're blocking everything you're doing, when you finally get a shot, what do you think happens then?
So I think, look, Cabo Verde's confidence is just going up increasingly as they keep on shooting,
Yep.
missing,
Yep.
and the keeper turns into prime Manuel Neuer, which was had an amazing performance.
Yeah.
And then Spain's confidence was keep on going down and down because it's like, we have this squad. Why aren't we scoring when we're right in the box with like the freest shot possible? So
And that's where the issue starts, right? So if you're Spain now, you're now nervous. These are all young guys.
Yeah.
And in a World Cup scene, this is what's not helping you. You're now nervous. You're getting tired.
Yeah.
This keeper's bouncing around. Not just him, guys. The keeper himself is blocking a goal 16 feet wide, right? And he was in the right position, but his defense was also locking down the other 9 feet he couldn't cover. If you reduce the face of that goal
Yeah.
to 7 feet, that's literally a small area that you can score on.
Yeah.
It changes the game. And that's the tactic they used. I like it. I can respect it. I don't like that kind of ball. Never have. That's stinky soccer. Ask any of us that have played it or coached it.
Yep.
That's not the style we want. However, I am guilty of doing that with a couple of teams to beat somebody who just kept running their mouth. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Belgium and Egypt. Egypt brings it. Belgium 1-1, right?
It's an alright match.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and powerhouse Uruguay.
That was-
if I'm being honest, I didn't watch that match fully, but it was a pretty interesting game. But I didn't watch. That's the only one I didn't watch.
What did you
fully.
think of that one?
I mean, it was literally just back and forth, fouls on top of the other.
It was a game.
It was.
It was a game. Uruguay, known as the powerhouse, right? They are ridiculous players. And you brought Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They came very quietly, like, And then once they got the idea that, yeah, let's go. Saudi Arabia brought it. Again, more money into soccer
Well,
programs.
Saudi's not one to really look down on. I mean, they beat Argentina last tournament.
Yes, they did.
They took them down.
Yeah.
So they don't come here with no confidence. They come here to play. They know their style. Iran, New Zealand, great match.
I mean, look, if I'm being honest, Iran and both New Zealand, they made a lot of mistakes throughout that match. Both sides did. Like, I saw, like, straight up, Iran was on the counter, and they were trying to pass through. One of the players wasn't ready to receive the pass, and so he just lost possession. Same with New Zealand. They were trying to make some plays, and they made there was a lot of mistakes throughout that match, but my question is, were the calls the referee made on, right? Because the New Zealand guy hit the Iranian player in the box from behind and with no contact on the ball. But the ref didn't call anything. So I was like, what is going on here? So what was y'all's perspective on that?
I mean, for that one, me personally, that was like the only one I didn't really get to see everyone says it was a really good match. I didn't really get to see the whole thing, so I don't have too much of a perspective on
So,
this.
referee coach perspective on that. It's legit, man. And nothing happened.
Really?
For a fan, right, that looks violent. From behind. If I'm doing a youth soccer game and I need to control the parents, I'll probably give that. In the world stage, on the world stage, I have an expectation of players being able to hold that ball better. A challenge is due, and coming in, all I can see is shoulder on. Did he see the shoulder to the back? That guy could, and the camera could. And if those two factors aren't involved and say nothing happened, I as a referee am not going to address it. Get up. I had already let a couple of fouls go, and I'm going to tell these players, get up, play. You give one, you open the door to more. And that is something that people don't seem to understand about game management. If I allow the game to start devolving into that, into set pieces and just fouls, and the game slows down.
Yeah.
And it becomes basketball. We're already playing quarters, seriously.
Yeah.
So you've got to let the play go. Now, yes, PKs, always controversial. It's difficult as a referee. You've seen some of the calls getting called back.
Yeah.
And changed, right?
Yeah.
With the VAR stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
VAR has a lot to do with it now. But as a referee, one-on-one coming in, as a player, if you're stepping into the box, you're going to try to get your shoulder in front so that it always looks like you're getting hit from behind.
Yeah.
So you have two things to look at as a referee at that speed. One, does he have control here? Did he do this, or did he step all the way in front of the player? What's going on? Look at the legs, you're looking at the body, and trying to determine from there if anything happens. On TV, with all the angles you have on TV, oh my gosh, people get outraged.
Yeah.
Quickly, you're like, what?
Yeah, that was our
But you
reaction.
don't see what they have.
And there's some stuff. The foul, what was it? Was it New Zealand? No, Uruguay.
Yeah.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, one of the players slides for the ball, misses the ball, swings up at the ball, hits the player on the thigh, literally has the scratch marks on his thigh. Now, if you've ever played youth soccer or coached it, I can tell you, my players coming off the field going, Coach, look at this. And they have the cleat marks where the player jumped up and scraped the leg. Referee didn't call it. This is normal. And this happens. That one was too obvious. And that one, to me, the AR was standing right there. He didn't call. He didn't raise his flag, didn't say anything. I'm an AR. I would have seen that going, no, foul, ref, foul. Look at that. And a card, right? Because that was way beyond the scope. And they were allowing that to happen. So there's something to be said for the styles of referees. Different countries see it differently. I work with tons of referees. Everyone has a style. Some are highly technical. Some of them control the match at every aspect. And some of us, I do include myself in this crowd, allow play to go. Ryan can be on the floor laying there going, ref, play on, advantage.
We've seen that with a few refs throughout the tournament so far.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you're going to see more. And these are the controversies. So that leads into a good point then. We were working on, you've seen the VAR now.
Yeah.
And the technology. And I was doing some research into how it works. So it calls the offsides. It does not call corners. But then they corrected a corner,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I
Well,
can't remember.
I remember them
no, they
saying.
can use it because they're allowed to check for a corner if need be.
Okay.
So, like, if it's a call that's really tight, they'll have the VAR check for it, and then they'll call it from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember them saying they can't give corners, but they can take them away.
Okay. So there you go. So we've already seen it in action as far as fouls.
Yeah.
Flopping in the box, which is a yellow card.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, the foul is unsporting behavior, not flopping. The foul you write down is unsporting behavior. Unsporting behavior covers a lot of stuff, from pushing, shoving. Spitting is actually considered more of serious foul play, and that's more of a red card. FYI. Not violent conduct, although it could be, depends on what happens there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we're seeing the VAR really take over. Here's what I saw. There was an offside,
Yeah.
and I believe this was Belgium. Okay, so Belgium comes in, and he's offside, clearly offside. There's a kick coming from over there. He's
Yeah.
offside. The thing says he's offside. He steps back behind the defense. My player touches the ball. I step back across, and I score.
Okay.
Offside, no offside.
Wait. Say that again.
Yeah. He's ahead of the line.
So head of the line.
Kick, steps back in. A player touches it. It goes back across. He steps in and scores.
As long as that player touches it when he's onside, it's okay.
Yeah.
But if he was offside when the player touches it, then it doesn't matter if he goes back.
Right? So the VAR system, though, two things happened. One, VAR said he was offside at the time of the kick. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. But that doesn't mean the play ends. And that's what folks get confused. That does not mean it stops. It just means he's offside now.
Yeah.
But we're going to wait and see who touches the ball. It doesn't stop play.
Yeah.
We wait as an AR, as a referee, you're going, okay, but he's not touching it.
Well, because if you make the wrong decision, it can become very controversial.
Exactly. So it changes things. How many times have you not had a coach screaming at you from the sideline, going, referee's clearly offside, when are you going to raise that flag?
Countless
Right?
times.
So in this case, the referee, the AR is standing there, he's watching that line. It told him it was offside, right? And he raised his flag. The guy said, yes, it's offside. They went through with the play. They're saying, well, it's offside. Then the review, no, it wasn't. As an AR, the flag was telling him, offside, offside, offside. Oh, he raised the flag, which is the signal. He didn't question the machine. He didn't question the computer. What his eyes were seeing, I'm like, I'd seen him offside. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting. Second play, he's back on. And I would have signaled to my center.
Yeah.
Nope. Clear, clear, clear. Keep the flag down.
But see, this is how technology changes the game.
Right.
It's different versus us, like, because obviously we're humans. We make mistakes. The machine, it makes the quickest decision it can with what it is given, the information it has.
Exactly.
With no bias either.
Yeah, with no bias.
Zero emotion, no bias, right?
Exactly.
So, exactly. So that was the one thing I've seen with this technology. So it recognizes the first offside. It doesn't recognize a player wandering back into an onside position and then coming back into play. It's you're offside forever. That's all it thinks about.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not how it works, but okay. So the human didn't react. When the human could have reacted was that foul with Saudi Arabia scraping that guy's thigh. The human was right there.
Oh, yeah.
And he went,
No.
Now, did VAR talk to him? Did anybody say anything?
But here's the thing. He could have frozen up, though, whenever that happens, because it's not easy making that call in front of thousands and thousands of fans. He could have frozen up and been like, and the play could have just gone on.
Yeah, that's true.
That happens with referees.
At that point, you just have to roll with it.
You have to roll with it. And that's interesting, right? They're human.
Yeah.
How long? So my question then becomes, and I'll put it up on Insta. How long before the referees are no longer needed? Right? If the VAR system can call the game and the computers get to the point where they're taking care of it,
Yeah.
how long before they're not needed? So you're on the field, you foul Ryan, and I give you a red.
Okay.
What's your first thing? You're going to come at the referee.
Yeah.
Come on, referee.
I'm gonna argue,
Right,
yeah.
right. Okay. You foul Ryan. It's a red card. Beep. The light goes off. Red card. Number 19, Daniel Hernandez. Please step off the field. Red card. Number 19, Daniel. Step off the field. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
What do you do?
You can't do anything.
I mean, I could yell at the light, I guess.
I hate you.
They're like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, there's not much else to
You
do
can't.
there.
Yeah, there's no more answers. No more questions. What do you mean? Red out.
Yeah.
Get out. And then 10 seconds. You haven't left the field, sir. That's another for your coach, and so on and so
But
forth.
would that really better the game, or would that worsen it? Because I feel like the risk of a human referee making the mistake makes the games more interesting than anything. If you just have a computer that's non-biased and is never going to make a mistake, is that really helping the game? The game's all about mistakes.
What are your thoughts on that?
I agree with that because there's a lot of plays that have been made off of the mistake of a referee,
Yeah.
and that have been like very vital to the game.
Like,
So
very
if that-
crucial.
Yeah, so if that's not there and everything's just getting called how it is, then it's all that it's gone.
Right? Imagine that. No hand of God. We wouldn't have even had that discussion.
Yep.
It would have been boop, red card. Maradona, get off the field.
Yeah.
What?
If we looked back at the supposed stuff with Madrid, all that, they probably would lose a lot of those championships. Those would all get revoked, those Champions Leagues.
Exactly.
But we complained, right?
Yeah.
We were like, no, referee, you're blind. Ah.
And that makes it better overall for just the heart of the game, the passion.
The passion.
Yeah.
You take the passion away, what happens, right?
It just
You
comes
lose the
robotic.
soul.
You lose the soul.
Yeah.
Oh no. So that's an interesting take on all this. Here's also what I've seen in this World Cup, and this is where I bring my coaching expertise into it. The fatigue factor. So
Okay.
I watched Brazil, Morocco, and they look sluggish. Spain looked sluggish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Paraguay looked dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Well, a lot of these teams could also be flying in, and they could be experiencing that jet lag. That might be a big factor.
Right.
But they're not flying in like beforehand to like practice and do all that stuff.
Well, so not all the teams are able to because of all the stuff that's going on with the visas.
Oh yeah.
Like, look at Iran. They have to leave. They literally had to leave immediately after the match last
Yeah,
night.
that's
They're
true.
back in Mexico now.
Yeah. I
So-
heard about that.
There's that, right? You done a lot of airplane travel?
Not really, but I know how it feels.
Okay. So if you play a match, this is the thing. They increased the tournament from 32 to 48 teams. The immediate thought from a lot of people was, oh my gosh, the money that's going to be made in this World Cup is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's the money. But then as a performance coach and the trainers, we all went, that's a lot of matches.
Yeah.
In the youth soccer world, you've played tournaments.
Yeah.
How many matches in Saturday, Sunday?
Typically like 3 to 4.
3 to 4 if
Yeah.
you get to the final,
More than likely it's 3. Yeah.
right? How does it feel? You have one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one the next day, and then hopefully a championship. What does that feel like?
I mean, you're dying because typically you'd play 2 on Saturday and then the 1 on Sunday, finish it out. And if you win the 1 on Sunday, you're going to come back later and play a 4th game. I'm dying. I mean, fatigue is hitting hard. By that 4th game, I probably can't even run.
Yeah. And so the interesting aspect at the youth level, here's my 2 cents on that, is I like tournaments. I do like tournaments. What I don't like is the fact that you're doing this to a kid trying to get them to look like Messi for a tournament. And that's interesting. Now, take it to the professionals. These boys are making millions.
Yep.
Right? I don't feel sorry for Lamine Yamal because the boy makes millions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's look at a team like Iran, who we know for sure has to move to Mexico before they come in. So they play the game, they fly back to Mexico. I don't know, let's say it's 4, 5, 6 hours. Boom, they fly. Get off the plane, go to the training facility. Now you can rest.
Yeah.
You've been sleeping on a plane.
It's not a pleasant feeling.
How does it feel if you travel sleeping on a plane? Do you feel rested?
Not really.
Right, and that's just normal travel, right? So my question then is, they have to manage fatigue. These guys have been playing the Euros, they've been playing their leagues, they've been playing the Champions League, they've been playing all these games,
Yeah.
and now you're asking them to come and do some incredibly high-level games.
Especially if you look at a team like Spain, who all play in La Liga and who all play in the Champions League and the Copa del Rey. They all play in these tournaments. Those aren't short tournaments either. Those all go over the span of a month, in which case La Liga is over the case of a year.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like half a year for La Liga.
Yeah.
Something like that. So those numbers, bear looking at once we're thinking from a coach. So if you're thinking these players are going to play up to 8 matches, so you play 3 in the group stage, and then hopefully you get to the final. That's 8 total matches.
Yeah.
At high intensity. You played 3 in one weekend,
Yeah.
right? And the recovery is a monster,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can't recover that fast.
Those are only 90 minutes.
Those
too.
are only, yeah, exactly. What does that do to the bodies? It's an interesting thing. So now it's going to be about managing their fatigue, the recovery. One thing I noticed is for the ends of the seasons on these guys in their leagues, injuries started adding up. Remember, right before the World Cup, people were getting injured.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everyone was, dude.
Yeah, we had a lot
Yeah.
of people have their World Cups cut short before they could even begin. They got injured. Now they're out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so what happens when you get an injury like that? You've got a hamstring injury.
You can't play.
Can't do it, right?
Yeah, you can't play. You have to recover.
Exactly. So they said that they were starting to come up. So now you're coming and trying to give a world-class performance in front of people.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal came to play. 19 years old, right? He's made of sterner stuff because
yeah.
that takes courage and trying not to hurt yourself again. Imagine if you hurt yourself in the first game of the World Cup and you're done.
Oh man.
So those are the things they're managing.
I mean, think of how Neymar felt getting injured.
Exactly.
And that
right
was
at the
only, what,
beginning
the
of that mess.
semis or quarters?
Yes. So management then becomes a biggest issue. Dehydration is the biggest factor right off the bat, which is cool that they have hydration breaks. I get that. I get it. I don't think it's a bad thing.
I feel like it's just ad coverage. That's all it feels like.
I know, it does. But from a coaching perspective, it's actually not bad because while you want to say, hey, tough it out, man, you're athletes. At the same time, the dehydration effect on a human body, I have reffed tournaments, and I have done upwards of 15 games in one weekend.
Yeah.
Running, you're looking at 70 minutes at a time working these games. Let me tell you what that does to your body. When you come out of Sunday, you can barely walk. Monday morning, when I have class, I'm dehydrated. I weigh about 15 pounds less. 15 pounds over the course of 2 days in liquid, just gone.
Wow.
Jeez.
Now, you give an athlete, we've done performance, we've done sprints, we do
Yeah.
training, right? And then you feel sore a couple of days later from some of these workouts,
Yeah.
right? Imagine what it feels like playing 90 minutes hardcore all-out sprint mode and then do it again 3 days later.
You'd be dying.
The recovery is the hardest part for these guys. The fatigue sets in a game. You go down, you come up. You go down, you come. Those little recovery,
Yeah.
like tempos that we do, the 300s.
yeah.
When you run a 300, you recover in about 4 or 5 minutes,
Yeah.
depending on your cardio. But for these guys, the match fatigue at the end, you're in a hole. You've dropped 10 pounds of body weight.
Especially those guys that played the whole match.
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Those guys that played the whole match.
Because you only get like 5 to 6 subs. So some guys are going to play the whole match every match.
Exactly. So now you're thinking about game management there. And the first strategies, however, and I'll just give you a quick review because we're going to look at it again for another episode. There's 3 particular windows that these guys need to really keep track of, right? The fluid balance, it's like instant. 150% of your fluid loss has to be recovered. So if I drop 10 pounds of body weight, I need to drink as much to regain 10 pounds and an extra 5.
Jeez.
Whoa, dude.
Right? I mean, it's liquid and it's not really water. They're mostly electrolytes. You have to get it in your system. That's within 0 to 2 hours. From the match ending to 2 hours, there's that window. It must be done. Must be done.
Okay.
And you know it from tournament play, most
Yeah.
kids won't do that. So parents are bringing their kids dehydrated to the next match. And then the third match, and that's where the injuries happen.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
That's
world.
typically where cramps set in.
And this is where performance, exactly, where the cramps start coming in, players start falling down. Window number 2, 2 hours after the game to 12 hours after the game, you must get your sleep in. Must. From, you're looking at, I have to start getting my rest. Your fluid color should already start being a little bit of a pale yellow, from a dark yellow, right? And we're talking hydration, I'm sorry. And you've got that load going 2 to 12 hours, you must maintain
Yeah.
that light pale yellow. That means you're getting your hydration back, right? And then at your morning weigh-in the following day, you need to be almost recovered to pre-match weight.
Yeah.
So if I weighed 150 pounds and I lost 10, I should be at 155 the following day to say, okay, Ryan is fully rehydrated. We can start working on him again to get him ready for match day.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
You understand now?
Okay, no, so it makes sense so I don't want to go off on a tangent
No,
here,
no, no.
but in F1, they always do the weigh-ins before and after the race. So I was always wondering what that was for.
You lose
So-
body mass.
Yeah.
Liquid, they sweat.
They sweat like crazy.
They sweat
pulling
like
those
crazy.
Gs.
So that starts affecting your brain. It affects your blood pressure. Blood thickens,
Yeah.
right? You need to rehydrate. And so these are some of the things that these guys are doing to manage carbohydrates and protein. Right off the bat, within 0 to 2 hours, you need to get your carbohydrates
Pasta.
and protein up to 40 grams within 30 minutes. Protein and pasta. Which is why post-tournament, I don't take you to Chick-fil-A or Cane's. We say, hey, let's go find an Italian restaurant, pay $80 for pasta, but it's the best way to get you back.
Any kind of pasta is really good.
That's your best bet. Shrimp are your friend. Chicken is your friend. You don't really want to get into Cane's, Chick-fil-A. It's not where you want to go. So you've got to keep these loads going if you're going to play again. If you're a referee in season, then weekend after weekend, this has to happen. But again, we all have jobs and stuff to do.
Yeah.
So these are things that are having to be managed, guys. So I'm looking to see how the teams that manage it the best are going to be the ones that advance the most.
Yeah.
You're going to see better performances from the teams that are fully hydrated, fully carved, fully recovered.
Yeah.
So start watching that. Pay attention to how the teams look.
Yeah, because they have to work with that, and then they have to deal with the heat, as well as like the teams like Morocco and say Cabo Verde, who are playing that heavy low block. They're going to be facing a lot of fatigue.
Exactly. The teams that are hammering on them are going to be facing a lot of fatigue. So take that into account.
So my question is, so you know how Germany, they play very aggressive. They have the high press. Even on Curacao, they were playing extremely aggressive, right? So what would that do to them in terms of fatigue playing like that? Would that just affect them more than everyone else?
A team that's pressing that high, like Morocco or Germany, the recovery has to be on point.
Yeah.
Immediate rehydration, immediate carbs, immediate ice baths. Within that 30 minutes, a lot has to happen. You have to rehydrate, you're sitting in an ice bath, and you got to get your protein and carbs in that 2-hour window. Right? That has to happen. Must happen.
Yeah.
Right? You have to get everything
And if
done.
they don't meet that, then they suffer for it.
They suffer for it because the recovery is all the way down here. You start coming back, but if you don't fully recover and come back to this level, your next match is at this level. And if you don't fully recover, your next match is at this level. And eventually, you're Croatia trying your heart out, but you have nothing in the tank.
Which we saw in 2018.
Yeah, we feel for Luka Modric,
Yeah.
but that was brutal.
Yep.
Yeah, it really was.
So, just a little view into some different aspects of what we do and what we talk about here. So, that's me from a coaching perspective. You heard some of the stuff from the referee side, and we've seen, what fans think of some of the stuff that happens,
Yeah.
and players what they look at, what they think about. It's interesting, right? It's a whole world that collides in the one sport.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's craziness. All right, guys. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for sticking with us here on Coach Unfiltered. We're going to have a whole host of stuff to talk about. We got matches coming up. Good Lord, everybody's playing. Argentina finally coming out and stepping on the stage. We have some cool matches stepping in here.
Oh,
France
yeah.
is also playing
France
today.
is coming
Versus Senegal.
versus Senegal. Look for more low blocks. Pay attention to what we told you today, right? And see what you can spot out there. These are different perspectives for you to look at. All right, from Coach Unfiltered, I'm Coach Hart with Mr. Ryan and Mr. Danny. We'll see you next time. Are you ready? Let's go. Man, so this is going to be something.
I did not know they had to do all that.
So, when we're